Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to work. I hope you enjoyed spring break. If nothing else, the weather was amazing. I know it's not perfect. Hopefully, you're staying safe, being smart, being kind to your family, friends, and neighbors too. The fresh air is gonna be a big piece. When the weather's like this, make sure that you're getting some time outside, social distancing, obviously, but making sure that you're keeping your body and your mind healthy. All right. This week's a little different. The district has decided that the middle school will read a novel, and we have that digitally, which you'll see in a second. If you're really hating that digital reading or the audio version, let me know. There are options. We have copies of the novel here at school. I can get them sprayed down. I don't know what that would look like, but be in touch. I want to show you a couple things. Though. So for this week, we've got the novel, and it's entitled Tangerine by Edward Bloor. The goal here is for you to read about 10 pages a day, 50 pages a week. And at the end of each week, there'll be a check-in, with questions. There'll be a big test and a project at the end of that. I think it's about 6 weeks. And so you'll see that, but I'll bring you in here first. I'm going to classwork. This hasn't been assigned yet. I can't assign it till tomorrow because Tuesday is our day. But I'm going to show you what I'm looking for Tangerine, the novel. It's a little funky here because you're not used to it. This is in my mode. This little spiel, little memo up here, you'll see is, what I just talked about in the first few seconds. So you don't need to see that. The Tangerine PDF, this is the actual novel, the entire novel, if you want to read it online. This is when you get in here, it's audio, it's Audible. And so it's a free, I think it's 30 days where you can listen to the novel. And that should be just about right. To get the bulk of the novel if you're going to listen to it. This right here is a test question, and it is an essay. So what I'm going to say to you is look at the question, and then as you're reading, just kind of keep track of things. There's a suggestion in my notes there about using Cornell notes. If you're not familiar with those, I'll try and save a blank copy of Cornell notes so you have a better idea. It's what I used when I was in school for history, for science. I use a little bit in math. They're great for taking notes as you're reading along, or sticky notes. If you want to highlight, if you've got the version and you want to use it, if you have your own copy of the novel, putting in little sticky notes, keeping track. That's a piece there. And then you'll notice all these ticking. Hey, the bell, nice. Ticking timeline, novel news, novel sequel. These are different project ideas. You just have to choose one. And what I'll say is, you know me well, that if you have another idea, like a really good idea, then you're saying, Mr. Rose, I don't want to do the book trailer. I don't want to do the sequel. And it's not listed here. And you've got a great idea. Propose it. And if I approve it, I'll make sure I put it out there for others to celebrate your great idea. Okay. And so, anyways, let me get out here. The different ones there. So there's the project, which will take place in about 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks, and then the test, which will take place about the end there too. So in between here and there, you're reading, 10 pages a day, 50 pages a week. That'll get you through the novel. So that's one of your assignments. Okay. So this week you've got 50 pages. Additionally, it's another poetry competition. And so last week we had the Latin heavyweights, right? Teresa Paloma Acosta versus Pablo Neruda. Pablo, about 67% of you preferred his poem, but because only about 70 people participated out of 118, I'm going to create a loser's bracket for Teresa. So she'll have a chance to take on the loser of this week's battle, which is a couple of blokes from across the pond. And the two poets are William Wordsworth and Robin Robertson. Wordsworth is a British fella, and Robertson is from Scotland. And what I'd really like is if you are able to read these. You don't have to read them for me, although it'd be fun too. But read them with a nice accent. Daffodils by William Wordsworth will be much softer, British. And Donegal by Robin Robertson, Scottish, So do your best and have fun with those. And once again, as with last week, those of you who thankfully who did it, make sure you get in here and vote. and also share why it is that you made your selection. Okay, because I'm very curious about that. So think of this as one assignment, and then the reading is the other. I'm going to say this, and I want you to understand that if you're having issues, you got to email me. You got to keep in contact. I'd love hearing from you. If you're looking for more, I obviously have tons of options for you. Right now, we're looking at equity, and but that doesn't mean I can't offer you some ideas if you're looking for something a little meatier, especially those of you looking for something in addition to the novel Tangerine. I highly encourage you to have your own independent novel, one that's challenging and one that's right up your alley. If you have questions, if you're thinking, I don't know what I want to read, send me an email. I've got lists for you. But let's make sure that you're taking care of your business, that you're staying safe and you're staying happy, staying healthy. And if you're looking for more, just contact me, okay? Because Ms. Day and I and Ms. Sanders are all working together as an eighth grade team, and we want to provide those opportunities for everyone, okay? And if you're having issues accessing things, I need to know that as well, because that is the issue. We need to make sure everyone's ready. Which brings me to my last thing before I say goodbye, and hopefully see you tomorrow at 12:15, is registration. If you did not register for high school next year, you need to do so. The link is on the Port Angeles High School website. If you're having issues with that online registration, please email me or call me on my school phone. It's 360-565-1772. And I'll put you in touch with Ms. Broughton, who's the freshman counselor. And we got to make sure you're all set for next year. Take care of yourselves. And I hope to see you, bells, woo! Hope to see you at 12:15 for our Google Meets. So be looking in your GG account for an invite from me. Actually, I might put it in Classroom. So check your Classroom or your email. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care.